The Candlemaker's Secret Light. Once, in a quiet old town named Rosania, where narrow stone streets glowed under lantern light and the evening breeze smelled of baked bread, there lived a humble man named Elian, the candlemaker. Every morning, Elian opened his little shop. Elian's lights. It wasn't fancy. The walls were old, and the shelves were filled with hundreds of candles, small, tall, white, golden, some shaped like flowers, others like stars. People loved his candles. They said his lights were warmer than any others in town, but Elian always smiled and said something strange. Every candle has its own destiny. It must burn for the right reason. The villagers would laugh. Candles are just candles, Elian. He would chuckle softly, replying, maybe. But even a small candle can fight a great darkness. One chilly evening, as Elian was closing his shop, he noticed a small boy standing outside barefoot, shivering and hungry. The boy's name was Noah, an orphan with no home, no family, and no future. Elian opened the door and said kindly, "Come inside, son. You look cold." He gave the boy warm soup and bread. The boy ate silently, then whispered, "Sir, I can work for food. I don't want charity." Elian smiled, his eyes kind. "Then help me make candles. Together, we'll light up the world." From that night, Noah stayed with Elian. He learned how to melt wax, dip the wicks, carve shapes, and polish glass jars. Slowly, the boy began to smile again. But one thing made him curious. A small locked wooden door at the back of the shop. Every night, after closing, Elian would take a single candle and enter that room. He would stay there for hours. Sometimes, Noah heard him whisper prayers. Sometimes, humming an old tune that sounded like a lullaby. One night, Noah gathered courage and asked, "Master Elian, what's inside that room?" Elian paused, looked at the flickering candle in his hand, and softly replied, "That's where I make the candle that must never go out." Noah blinked. "A candle that never goes out?" Elian only smiled. "One day, you'll understand." Days passed, and the little shop glowed brighter than ever. But one evening, the sky changed. Thick clouds rolled in. Winds began to howl, and rain lashed the rooftops. The town's old watchtower, the tallest building in Rosania, was struck by lightning. Flames spread rapidly, leaping from one wooden roof to another. People screamed. Horses ran wild. Buckets of water splashed, but the fire was too strong. Elian and Noah rushed out to help their neighbors. Elian shouted, "Save the people first. Forget the shop." The fire grew closer. The candle shop began to burn. The heat was unbearable. Noah shouted, "Master, we have to leave." But Elian looked toward the locked room. His face went pale. "Noah, I must save it. The candle must not die." Before Noah could stop him, Elian ran inside. "No, Master Elian," Noah cried. Seconds later, a loud crash. The roof collapsed. Flames swallowed the shop. Noah screamed and fell to his knees in the rain. "Master, please come out, please!" But there was no answer, only the roar of fire and thunder. When morning came, the storm was gone. The town was silent, half of it burned to ashes. The villagers gathered around what was left of Elian's candle shop. Everything was gone. Charred wood, melted wax, nothing but smoke and sadness. Then someone gasped, "Look! There!" Right in the middle of the ruins stood a single burning candle. Its flame danced gently, untouched by the fire around it. Noah slowly walked closer. Tears rolled down his cheeks as he whispered, "That's the candle he made, the one that must never go out." Everyone stared in awe. The candle burned softly, not too bright, not too dim, as if it carried Elian's soul inside it. The townspeople called it a miracle. They placed the candle in the center of the town hall and called it Elian's Light. From that day, it burned every night, never melting completely, never fading, no matter the weather. Years passed. Noah grew up and rebuilt the shop in the same spot. He named it Light of Elian. Children would come to buy candles, and travelers would stop to see the eternal flame in the town hall. One day, a traveler asked him, "Why do you still make candles when the world now uses lamps?" Noah smiled, holding a small candle in his hand. "Because my master taught me light is not about brightness, it's about purpose." He placed the candle near the window, where sunlight touched it, and said softly, "Some lights burn to be seen, but the truest lights burn to guide others." Every night before closing the shop, Noah lit a candle and whispered the same words Elian once did. "Every candle has its destiny. It must burn for the right reason." And as the flame flickered gently in the darkness, it seemed as though Elian's voice echoed through the shop, whispering, "Well done, my son. The light still lives." Here's a moral lesson for all of us. Sometimes, life gives us darkness, storms, pain, and loss. But remember, even the smallest light has the power to change that darkness. Elian's candle. Purpose, honesty, and kindness are lights.